Sounds good.
Okay. If I could have a motion to adopt the minutes of the agenda for tonight's meeting, please.
Sure.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get rid of the screen here.
Sorry, that screen pops up when I set up the recording on YouTube.
Yes, that's okay. No problem. Can I have a motion, please, to adopt the minutes from the meeting of November the 15th?
Yes.
Thank you. Seconder?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Any declarations of interest? Hi, Claire. Nothing? Good. Okay, committee business. Reopening. Well, it was a rush. Considering we couldn't get in there until Friday evening and our first renter was on Sunday. But all hands on deck and it got done. Thank you, everybody, because it was a big job. We got all those dishes washed and all the utensils and got that back room cleaned out. Things that needed to go up in the attic got put up there. Plus a few extras. Judy got that back door painted. Earl made our bench. So unbelievably, we got it all done and we're ready for our first renters on the Sunday. So thank you. It was awesome.
Bye.
So far, there's been no issues with checking for vaccinations. Everybody's been cooperative and patient, and so there's been, the only thing is those sheets that I got from Steph Curtis, okay, the laminated long sheets, and we hung them in the hall, like as soon as you walk in there, they're not being seen. And I don't know where else to put them. I'm wondering if we should go to those self-assessment little sheets. They have them at the Kiwanis. When I go there, you go to the first thing and you answer no, you know, put your name on there, and then you go over to the desk and pay and or to go in and whatever. So I'm just wondering if that's a better thing than just having those things up on the wall, because everybody walks by them and I have to say, oh, did you read the, you know, self-assessment or whatever? So I don't know if that's a Stephanie thing, maybe.
No, I would say that's a you thing. It
Oh, it's
depends
a me
what
thing?
you prefer. Yeah, either or is fine.
Oh, okay, but do you have those already with the questions that need to be asked? Like I don't want to miss something. Do I have to do those up myself or can I get them from you?
Stephanie's off until the new year now.
Okay, well, I got nothing anyway, except for Dave, and I can, that's no problem if that's a go. So if she's off to the new year, I don't need it right now, Curtis.
Yeah, you can reach out to her in the new year, and if you need some help getting it printed, that should be fine. Not a problem.
Okay, I just, I want to make sure I have all the necessary questions on there. That's all.
Okay.
And it's just like a little checklist thing. You know, you put your name on the top and you just check it off. So I think that might work better for us. What else? So that, yeah, so that's going pretty good. The washrooms, I just wondered. I love them. Thank you. They're beautiful. They're nice and clean. But I was wondering, I thought that we couldn't go down in the numbers. Like if we had 3 toilets and 2 urinals before, we had to have 3 toilets and 2 urinals now. We couldn't go down in the numbers.
You are good, Marty. It's based on the classification of the facility. So I confirmed that with the chief building official before we did the renovations. It will not alter your numbers.
Okay, no, but I just didn't know. I wasn't thinking of numbers. I just thought it'd be nice to have a urinal in that bathroom. Men have no aim. I mean, that's the nicest way I can put it, okay? At least with a urinal, it's like right in front of them and it helps. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Apparently you can get a laser targeting system on Amazon. I don't know if that's something you want to think about, but
Yeah. Oh, so because I mean, I didn't notice that much of a problem when it was urinals before but so And it's probably like out of the question now, but I just thought that we couldn't go down in the numbers, that's all. But I don't know, maybe I'll put a screen up around it or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to talk to the cleaner on that one, Marty.
Yeah, I know. So, and like I said, we're just happy to be in there. The hall is beautiful. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. It's just beautiful. I love it.
So we also did have a baby change station installed.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the blinds are fixed now, so you should be good.
It's in. Mark's already installed it, yes, and he's also fixed our blinds and put them up too. So awesome. Rentals. Well, we originally had 9 people booked for the month of December. Up to this point, we've had 3 and our event. The main reason being people were canceling because members of their guest list were not double vaccinated. That kind of, what kind of surprised me? Like, I didn't think, like 6 out of the 9 would have problems with that, but apparently so. But hopefully, I mean, that's not going to change. They're still going to have to be double vaccinated as long as this crap is going on. But hopefully more people will get vaccinated so we don't have cancellations like this. I've only got 1 for the month of January so far. It's a child's birthday party. I think it's on the 25th. Oh, 2, sorry. And then of course the Teamsters. So hopefully we'll be able to continue to accommodate. Did you talk to Stephanie about Dave, Curtis?
Yes, so the maximum magic number is 10 with or without food.
Okay, so he can still hold it, but maximum number is 10. So he might as well not. You'd have 10 people in your home. Right?
Yeah, I can talk to him tomorrow, but that's her interpretation
like
of the rules based on the functionality of what he's asked to do.
Okay. So that would apply to the child's birthday party as well in January.
That is my understanding as well.
Okay, well, I better let her know that because that may change her mind as to whether or not.
Events for 50%.
No, it is 50% for the type of event that we did, Judy, because of the way we had it set up. And thank God we had it planned out that way, because ours was more like you could go into a restaurant and it would have been the same thing, right? Everybody was at their tables with their masks on and, they were served their food, that type of thing. I really don't get it, truthfully, when it's family, okay? If I'm going to have 20 family members in my home, I'm comfortable having 20 family members at the community center, but I know it's not how comfortable I am with it. It's the city's regulation, or the COVID regulation. So
yeah, we'll just clarify. It's the provincial regulations.
Yes, absolutely. Moving on to our events. We held our Christmas event on the breakfast or brunch with Santa on Sunday. We had 42 at the first seating. It was comfortable. It was spaced out well enough. Second seating, we only had 17 at the second seating. I had 5 tables that just didn't show up. Would have been nice if they would have called ahead of time, but probably it was the kids got sick or whatever, weren't feeling good, because I even know there was a couple, like one family was supposed to have 5 people. They ended up 2 less kids, same reason. So we didn't have as many at the second one, but all in all, I think it was a good event. We certainly had a lot of fun and had lots to eat. The pancakes and sausage were awesome. We did a great job with the photo shoot area, so it was nice space for kids to have their pictures taken. So, and we did that, like we had Santa in the other room and roped off, and the kids stood on this side of the rope to talk to him, and then moved over to the far side for pictures and stuff. And I think everything went well. All the kids got a goodie bag. Oh, and by the way, I saw Sarah. Remember the family that was gonna come? I had set the table for them. They're my neighbors that live down the street.
Oh yeah, with the two little boys. Yeah.
Yes. And Lydia took bags for those boys. Sarah stopped me today to thank me. She goes, "You guys did an awesome job on those bags. The kids were entertained for at least an hour and a half, and the ornaments are already hanging on the tree." I said,
Brady
"Good."
did it right when he got home too.
Oh, did he? Yeah. So
We delivered about 6 or 8 yesterday on our evening walk. So we took some to houses that we knew didn't come and dropped them off on their porches.
That's sick.
Perfect.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's awesome, because I mean, they're already made up, right? So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Thank you. We also did our draw for the Take an Alfie contest at the first seating. So we had 5 winners of that, of those cookie kits for Allie. And
Who won?
who won?
Yeah, Joanne won.
Yeah. So that was good. And I was really happy to see that there was 2 winners from the west side for this. I'm really happy to see that, because it's hard to get participation over there for things. So, and when I delivered oh, hi, Allie. So when I delivered the cookies over to the lady on the west side, she was thrilled, because she said, "I was just so happy that you included us." And she said,
That's what she said in her message.
yes. And she said,
Yeah.
she loves our enthusiasm. And I said, well, our enthusiasm comes from your participation. So, yeah, she was really happy. And yeah, you got a message too. I'm looking for that on our page. Is it not on our page? The lady that messaged us right after.
It was private. I have to share it though. I asked her. She's just getting back to me. No, it was private.
Oh, okay. Because it wasn't even a half hour after the first seating, and we got a message from a lady that was there with her family. I think she was from Ellenberg.
She said Thorold South. So yeah,
Oh,
she's
okay. Well, close enough.
just outside of.
Yes, and it was our first event that she had attended with us, and was very impressed, and said a nice thank you. So it was good. Now I still have to finish up with receipts for that. Because I know, Nick, I still owe you a few bucks, and Allie, I owe you some money too. So once I get that done, I will get them in to Steph or whoever in the first part of the year, very beginning of the year, because funds are deleted pretty much. And if we're lucky enough to have our pasta dinner, we're going to need them. So I will do that beginning of the year. That's okay. Understanding the budgets. Okay. Of course, I just need to know, like, I remember one meeting you said, oh, you guys shouldn't be buying your own hoses. Okay. Thank you. But are we still taking like the other stuff that I need regarding the topsoil and any annuals for the containers outside? Does that kind of stuff still come from our beautification account? I mean, that's fine if it does, 'cause it's beautification, right? So I don't mind it coming from there. I just need to know.
Let me sort of put it this way. We're essentially what I would call the landlord. So any sort of base building type stuff would be my responsibility. Now, I can have my gardening crew go out there and maintain your flower beds, but
No,
I'm
no.
not gonna lie,
No.
it's not gonna be what you would want.
No. I like to putter out there. I have no
Yes.
problem with puttering out there. It's just that every year I do put topsoil in the gardens. Okay, so I'm asking, does that still come out of our beautification account, or does that come out of your same account that my new hose would come from?
Let's work together on that. I think we
Okay.
can probably help. It won't come out of your Port Robinson budget. I have a separate budget, which is specific to gardening in the
Oh,
gardens
okay.
around the city. So I'm sure that we could probably find some topsoil and some mulch, stuff like that, that we could have delivered at least out there.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sure we can do something like that.
Okay, that's just, I wasn't quite sure how that all worked. You know what I said? I mean, it's beautification and I don't mind taking you out of that fund, but if I can get it from another fund, I'll take it from there, right? Now I did go to Johnny Rags. I don't know whether you got a bill yet for there. I only spent $60 first. I only got like what I needed. I needed garbage cans for the washrooms and a couple other little things, but I can't get everything there. Okay, like they have huge garbage pails for the kitchen. I don't need the huge ones. I want the ones I already have now that I've got the bags for. They don't, yes, they have one plunger, but they don't have the plunger that's in the case that hides the plunger when it's in a public bathroom. So just some things I can't get there. So what happens there? Can I go to Canadian Tire and buy a freaking garbage can for the kitchen? You know, and then submit that. I wouldn't do it without your permission first, but I just didn't know whether I could do that. Because your go-to is if I need something, is go to Johnny Rags. Well, they don't have everything I need.
Let me think about that and get back to you.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe, can we get the stuff from Amazon perhaps?
Probably, but I don't Amazon. I don't. You
Well,
know what? I see something, and I send a picture to my son and say, order that for me. I don't Amazon.
So if you send a picture to me,
Okay.
let me have a look at it. And I do have a corporate card that I can put it on.
Oh, okay.
Can do that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We'll talk on that because now I did message you too, Curtis, on that door sweep on the front door. Like there's 3 screws already missing out of that.
Yeah, it's on their list. That happened right around the same time as the big windstorm or the 2 big windstorms. So it's on the list.
Okay. I didn't know for sure. And there's in the old men's washroom, there's still little keys in the door of the electrical cabinet. I don't want to just leave them in there. If that cabinet is supposed to be locked, I don't want to just leave the keys dangling for somebody to walk away with.
What I would say to you, stash those keys somewhere, Marty, because if you ever trip a breaker, you're going to need into it. So lock it and then put the keys somewhere safe that you know where they are.
Okay.
So if somebody pops a breaker, you can go in and.
Okay. I didn't know whether you needed those keys, whether you needed access.
No, I would just say as long as I know where the keys are for the building, and then if I
Okay.
do need something, I can just come in, grab the keys. And
Okay.
get it,
Any
right?
keys that for anything is in a cup on the top of the white cabinet in the kitchen. So any keys that we have are in there. Okay.
Nobody's live streaming or.
I was gonna say, just remember we're live streaming. Hide them somewhere else now.
What is up with?
Receive a secret message about their location shortly.
Oh my God. See, I'm too old school for this stuff.
It's fine. Just send me a note, Marty. It's fine. I think you guys need to have access to those keys as well.
Yes. Now, I also asked you too about keys for the washroom doors.
Yes, they're in my laptop bag. I do have them.
Okay, perfect.
I will.
Well, they'll be in that
deliver them
cup too.
Yeah, and I'll what I'll do is I'll get Dave to drop off the fob as well for Judy.
Yes, and that was my other thing, the second fob. Now, Dave did drop off a key for me. He said, Marty, you need a key for that front door. Yeah, I got one.
I'm gonna take that back.
Did we ever find out what those little red things were, Marty? On the shelf?
Okay. Who's gonna trade you a fob? He should never have given you a key. Sorry about that. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Hey, it was sitting up. Maybe he didn't, Curtis. No,
I can
I'm
tell. I
serious.
was wondering how you were getting in. I can see it on my phone how you were getting in without a fob, and I was wondering how you were doing that.
It was only twice.
Oh,
It was only twice.
I can still see it on my little device. So.
Okay, but maybe it wasn't him. Maybe somebody forgot the key there because he didn't hand it to me. It was sitting on the table when I walked in the
Okay.
entrance.
It probably wasn't him. It was probably the construction guy, so that's fine. So I'll need to get that back for you.
Okay, then Dave is off the hook. See, because I
Dave is off the
wondered,
hook.
you know what? Because I wondered, Curtis, because I messaged him and I said, assuming you left this key for me, thank you. And he never answered me.
No.
He
had no
probably
idea
thought, what the
you're
hell
talking
is she talking about?
about. So we'll do a trade. I'll give you the keys you want for the key I want.
Okay, well, I'll give you that key when I get my fob.
We'll do that. It's a
No,
deal.
that's fine. See? Oh, boy. All
Did
right.
we have, Marty, did
Yes.
we ever find out what those little red things were in the washrooms?
No, I have no idea what they're for. I even asked Mark when he was there. It's some kind of a hard plastic red key, Curtis. It looks like it would be
It's
used.
got prongs
for-
on it.
looks like it'd be used for a paper towel dispenser.
Are they from the
They-
old one? No.
No, they
It's-
probably left the paper towel dispensers there that you did not want. And that's
Oh.
probably the keys.
There you go.
They
I
left them there and
never
I told
saw
them
any
to not
paper
install.
towel dispensers there. I saw soap dispensers, Curtis, but not paper towel dispensers. So
Yeah,
I don't know
they
if
might
somebody
have
else got them.
stashed them. I told them not to install them because you guys weren't gonna use them, so.
Okay. Well, the little keys are still there if you need them. Now they did come and get their stuff. They got their box off the door and their old garbage can and stuff, but they left that great big industrial fan there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know which one. I don't know which company left it there, but it's still there.
You want it?
Not particularly. I got no place to put it. Like it's big.
Fine, I'll get it picked up.
Okay, yeah, you guys might need it for something.
I'm good with it.
So,
You can plug it in your backyard and blow the mosquitoes away.
yeah. Yeah. Ellie cleaned our disgusting stove oven. Thank you, Ellie, because actually, Curtis, that's when she got in there digging, she said, oh God, Murray, the pilot lights should have been shut off on this thing during COVID because the dust is attracted to the pilot lights. And it was awful. It was not very nice. And she was down on her hands and knees, and so it looks good now. What else do we have? Okay, so this is our last meeting like this, correct? On January, we start as a board meeting, and we physically want to move that back to the community center if we're allowed to. Correct?
Mm.
That's what we want to do.
You want to, but you can't,
Why not?
because we're staying as remote until we're told otherwise.
Well, the Teamsters could go in there and have their union meeting. We can go in there for an event, but we can't go in there for a meeting. I don't get it.
Joanne, any comments on that? So that's them's the rules. It's just
Wow.
like council. We start meeting in person when council allows it, and they start meeting in person.
I'm a little dumbfounded.
Basically, we have events that are happening, but we don't have the authority from the CAO yet to have meetings in person. So as soon as we get the authority from the CAO, then we can have meetings in person, but until then we cannot, even if your facility is having events.
Oh,
Like nobody is having in-person meetings. We're not even doing council meetings in person.
oh, okay. I didn't know that would be the same for us. But okay.
Thanks, Joe.
So are you guys joining us in January then? Because my next question is good. Because Joe, you're gonna send us something like to do the minutes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, so I'll send you 2 Word documents. One's gonna be the agenda and one is gonna be the minutes. All you basically need to do is resave and resave and resave. You're gonna be using it as a shell over and over and over again. So like your January, you're gonna use the agenda template in the minutes, and then in February, you erase all the stuff you didn't use and then just fill it in again in March. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I'm hoping somebody else is doing that.
Whoever is going to be the secretary,
Okay, but that's what
whoever
I'm
that
saying.
is gonna be that.
Right, and we don't know that for the first, till we have a.
That's right. So you
election.
can have, when your first meeting, you can appoint somebody and go from there.
Okay,
Because
So
you
we
can-
just can't write it on paper and.
yeah,
Like
it
it
is
is.
on. it
Oh,
is
you
on
can
paper.
definitely write it on paper. That's what I
Okay,
do.
that's
But
what
you need to
goes
type
to
it up.
Yeah. So, okay, okay, so, okay, I'll have to get somebody to volunteer to do that for the next meeting and then after we have our meeting and the secretary writes up the minutes and I approve them, is that when we send them to you? And
Nope, They
then,
have to go to the following council or following council meeting, the following board meeting. So your minutes in January are going to
Oh,
be
right.
sent to your February board meeting to be approved by the board.
right,
Once the board has approved them, they need to be signed. And then they come to me to go on council.
okay.
So
okay.
we're always a month behind for the
Right.
minute to go to
Yeah,
council.
same as now, it's just.
Yeah. That's right. So I will be in attendance in January, but I won't be
taking
doing,
notes.
right.
You won't be doing.
I'll be
this-
there though, if there's any questions or anything like that.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask if you were going to be taking the notes then, or no, we have to have somebody. volunteer.
I can do it in January, but at that meeting, we need to appoint somebody to be the secretary and then they can start in February. I don't mind. We can appoint a secretary right now. It doesn't matter to me.
Well,
but-
I have no problems holding elections in January. If you would take minutes of that meeting for us so that it's all, so we have the elections done properly, I would appreciate that.
Oh, okay, never mind. No,
Yeah.
elections.
That's fine.
And then I know that we've done that part right, and.
Absolutely. So what we'll do is I'll create an agenda for January and I will add the elections portion on there as well.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, so when do we have to actually have all our events planned for the year? Like to present for the grants? Like when do we have to have that all? Well, our first thing is Easter, so it has to be before that. When is Easter?
After dinner.
Well, no, that's not part of the grants thing. That's a fundraiser, Ray, and that's different.
Okay.
But how do we don't we have to have that approved?
So we
Don't
do
they-
have, I would like it there in, yeah,
Because January meeting will be too late for the pasta dinner. To have it approved that if we do it.
yes.
Is-
Yeah. So it has to be spoke
She's
about.
right, because by the time it goes to council, it will probably be your past family day, correct?
Yes,
Well, actually, hold on, let me check
No,
that.
no, because family day is like the 20th or something.
Right, let me just check the calendar. So your meeting in January would be January 17th, right? But
Mhm.
then your next meeting will be on February 21st to approve the minutes of January. So then it wouldn't go to council till March, right? So that's too late.
So it's
You
gotta
need to do it
be
now,
dated now.
like today.
So, hang on,
Yes.
so where's the funding for this coming from?
Where it comes every year from us.
In the beautification?
Well, no, it's ticket sales. We pre-sell the tickets and we use the money from that to purchase what we need for the event. And then.
so when you buy 20 tickets, Curtis,
I
that money will,
And then I make a report of what we brought in minus what it cost us to do it and put the remainder into our beautification account. That's how we've always done it. We don't ask for funds for this. We just need to tell the city that we plan on doing this, is my understanding. They just have to be informed that we are planning to do the pasta dinner on Family Day of 2022. Now, I would imagine we will have to have something done up, whether we could do it as a strictly takeout, if need be, or our regular sit down. I don't know how,
That stuff's in flux rapidly.
can we do it, put it in both ways, saying if COVID allows, we'll do both, offer both? But if it doesn't, can we just do takeout?
Yeah, you can have a motion that has both. depending on how COVID is affecting us at that time.
Okay, perfect. So either or, it'll be a regular, like we always do, sit
Both
down
takeout and
stuff.
sit down.
Yes, or strictly takeout. And we always did that the same as we just, the event that we just did. We always take pre-registration. So it's not, that's not anything new. And like I said, the money that, the sale of the tickets is what pays for the event. The event usually costs us about $600 to put on. And we usually deposit about 1,200 into our beautification account at the end of the day from it. So, it's well worth our, and I'm hoping we can do it because we couldn't do it last year.
Okay, so here's my only concern, Marty. I'm fairly confident in saying that you won't have full capacity at the facility by that point.
Absolutely, understood.
So if you're selling a sit-down portion, I would limit it to, I would say 50% like we are now.
Yeah.
And then sell the rest as a takeout. And that way
Well, we
you're
do two
running
seatings for
capacity.
this too. We do two seatings for this too. We've always done two
Yeah.
seatings.
But if your
for the possibility.
capacity is like 40 plus staff, you have to include yourselves in that number.
Yep.
So it's 40.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you guys get well more than that, don't you?
Yes, but we do two seatings. We do two
Bobby.
seatings for the possibility.
Yeah, but we'll have to do 2 half capacity seatings, which would.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 40 is
likely
still a
come
good
out to
number.
something like-
Yeah, it's still 80 people that we're feeding inside and whoever outside.
Maybe give them the choice of takeout only or seated, and then just cap it at 40. And that way you've got enough for yourselves. But you've got to remember, whoever's working, your volunteers, they have to be part of that capacity number.
Yes,
The price the same for eat in or takeout?
yes,
Is it the same per
Yes.
plate? Okay.
yes, yeah, because we're not paying anybody a wage to be in,
Right.
right? So,
I just
yeah,
wanted to make sure, because let's say you sell tickets for the eat in, but then we have to
Right.
change it to takeout. Are we refunding or anything
right,
like that?
yeah,
I just
yeah.
wanted
No.
to make sure that
It's
wouldn't be an
same
issue.
amount right across the board. It's
Adults and children under whatever age,
yeah,
and under 2 is whatever, free.
Free. yeah. I think last year, did we bump it up not last year, the year before? Did we bump it up to 15 or something? Or
Well, yeah,
Wow,
it was
I can't
10
remember.
and 5, or yeah. 10
But you
and
know
5.
what? The price of everything has gone through the roof for that stuff. So, and that's even when we were planning our events for the coming year and we present it, we're going to have to up. I can look and compare what it cost us last year or the year before to do that same event, but we're going to have to add a little more on top of that because of the way the prices have gone now. It's crazy.
And we've had in the past donations too that may not be as,
Yes, I mean, yeah, Zappy's always
again, because of
donated
what
the
it costs
sauce.
in the businesses.
Yes, Zappy's has already donated the sauce for our dinner. You're right, Bill. I mean, Allie meatballs and so yeah, it could, yeah. It's certainly a different time, that's for sure. But I do want it on record, please, that so it gets passed by council so that
So the only other curveball I'll throw at you, Marty, is anybody who sit in
Has to be double
vaccinated.
yes, most people, they're fine with that, Curtis. Like I said, I haven't had so far, touch wood, I've had no issues whatsoever asking people for.
Everybody had them at the door in their hand, ready to show their ID and their passports.
Yes, and truthfully.
Even Joanne, and we know she's double vaccinated.
Well, I know, I still had to look, but nice thing about doing a community event,
It was-
I knew that 3/4 of the people that walked through the door, so I didn't have to take the time to ask for ID. I knew who they were. Yes, I had to look at their double vax, but I knew who they were, so that sped things up a little bit. But really, truthfully, I've had no issues whatsoever with it so far, touch wood.
So did we want to make a motion then to have your pasta dinner in February and then have it eat in and take out if COVID allows, or just take out?
Correct.
So we need a mover and a seconder for that.
I'll move that.
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay, and when should I be prepared to come to present to council? Like February, March, what? Remember, Curtis, you said it'd be probably good for me to come and just say what we're doing and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna defer that question to Joanne because I know their agenda gets pretty packed up.
Yeah, so right now we're booking early March.
Okay,
So it's, if you want to come in March, that's great. If you want to come in April or whichever,
March is fine.
just make sure you choose your date kind of early.
I'll take March, that's fine. Okay.
What date in March is it?
I don't know. It'll be a Zoom meeting anyway, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, good chance, and it's just a quick 10-minute little presentation.
You
Marty,
told me I
that's
had
it.
15.
Talk to Joanne, she may be, but just a little PowerPoint thing typically goes well, and tell them what you do, because, and I think they're gonna love it, so I'm not concerned whatsoever. And it'll be well received, I'm sure.
So it's the 8th or the 22nd, and then you do only get 10 minutes.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, damn.
You
Okay.
take one of each, please.
I'll take 10 minutes on the 8th and 10 on that. No, the 10th is fine. Joe.
The 8th,
Oh, the 8th, sorry. Yeah, I've got 10 minutes in my mind now.
want to do 10 minutes or 8 minutes on the 10th?
I better write that down though, because,
It'll be in the minutes.
oh yeah, okay. Okay. I still haven't, I've tried to get a hold of Clint, okay, for the church. And I like, whether it's, I doubt very much he's coming back. That's not why I'm trying to get a hold of him. He's still got stuff there. There's a great big TV and a stand and his pulpit and his cross. Like, I don't know what to do with all that stuff. I wonder, Ray, Heather, because she was quite involved with the church. I wonder if she could get a hold of Clint. Do you have her number by any chance?
I could definitely locate it,
Okay.
but I'd have to look.
Okay. Well, I don't need it right now, hon. I'm not going to phone
Yeah.
her tonight. But I will give her a call and just see if she can't reach out to Clint because I have, and I've got no response whatsoever, which I find very strange. But
I'll text it to you when I find it.
okay, that's perfect. So, who is our city rep or council rep now? I mean, Jim is in jail, so it's like, who's on our board now? Ooh, crickets.
Sorry,
Joanne?
sorry, baby's crying. So you're right. Councillor Handley is no longer able to be on this committee. But I will be discussing with the city clerk to see who we can put on as a replacement. I am not sure if we can, because we're supposed to have 2 on each committee, I think.
We've only had one ever. It's only
Yeah,
been
we've only ever had one, but I think, sorry, I'm lying to you. I'm saying it the wrong way. Councillors can only be on 2 committees according to procedure policy, I believe. So let me discuss with the city clerk to see what the options are, because the other, the Allenbrook Community Center was also asking the same thing.
What else? What else we got, guys? Anything? No? Round
No.
table? Wow. Wow.
We just have to,
Okay, so terms of reference. Yeah. What the hell's going on with that? Like, I think you just change the date and send it back to me. What is that? What is it like? We're back to
not
the
change
brand?
I didn't really change too much in there, if that's what you're referring to.
Oh, no, I just want, because it says here to manage Sika, okay. It says I'm responsible for collecting the rents again. What? I don't get it. We just went through all this stuff to get the rents where they should be. And now this says I'm collecting them again?
Are they wrong?
So
Are they wrong,
let's-
Curtis? Because if they're wrong, I can send it back.
It depends how you interpret that. So technically, straight up, I would say that's incorrect wording. So Marty is still in charge of essentially everything other than handling of money, essentially is what it is.
Yes.
So, but collecting rent Yeah, I would say you may want to clarify the wording on that, Joanne. It's
Okay, that's
pretty,
no problem. I can clarify the wording and then send it back to council. Is it okay if I work with you to get that completed, Curtis?
yeah, we've just streamlined the process to eliminate any cash transactions, microwave issues, that sort
Yeah.
of thing. So
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. That's
Okay.
fine. So we will revisit the terms of reference line item on the agenda at a different meeting.
Okay.
yeah, and that'll be for Allenberg as well, Joanne.
Okay.
Marty,
Yeah.
you asked about the, to remind you about the extension. To
Oh,
get the
yes.
message.
Oh, yeah, the phone. That's the wrong password. I can't get into it. I put it in there and it says.
I know it, we're on live Zoom, so maybe he has to email it to you, but
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, it's the wrong password. I'm sorry. It's incorrect password. So I don't know if you
Okay.
can text me the correct one at some point.
I'll have to follow up with IT. So
Okay.
She asked me yesterday to remind her.
Yeah, I'm glad you did because I forgot. So I just, on this terms of reference, it has a vice chair. Okay, it has a chair, a vice chair. And what I can see is the vice chair is actually a secretary, except for they would sit in if I can't make a meeting on top of that. Is that, am I reading that
That's
right?
correct. Yes.
Okay, so she's a secretary or he, and then would take over for me if I can't be there. Okay. Yeah, so that the main thing was the collection of the rents on here. Now, speaking of the collection of the rents, Curtis, and I know Stephanie hasn't been in the office too much recently. I don't know why, but she has been there, and that's fine. But the where they process this and do the calendar, every week they send me an email with the weekly calendar in it for the rentals of the hall. And every week there's nothing on it. And I have to email them back and say, well, it should be this day and this day and this day. The only time it was right was, and there was nothing on it, was the 12th. And I didn't know that renter had canceled. And that's another issue for me. I need to know if they've canceled. I need to know that, right? I mean, here it is, the Wednesday or the Thursday, and they're supposed to be there on Saturday, and I'm thinking they're coming, and no, they canceled it, and I didn't know. So lines of communication between me and that part of it has to be a little bit better. So I don't know if
So,
there's, I'm sorry.
That's an automated calendar, so there might just be an issue with it because I know she's had issues with it in the past. So let me follow up with her on that.
Okay.
Let's make a note of that. So that's fine. So
Like
payments.
Because even this last one I just got today, okay, for this week, Dave Baldoni should be on, and he's not, because it has not officially been, canceled or anything. So.
Okay, it might be an issue because it was happening with the arena schedule too. So it might just be a glitch.
Okay.
But that's actually Stephanie that's setting that up and sending it to you. That's not.
Oh, is it? Oh,
that's
okay.
just a program. So just forward that email to Stephanie and ask her. That's why it's an automatic program. That's why the computer isn't replying to you. So
Okay.
That's what's happening. And then pay stations would be there's one City Hall and probably the Operations Center, the easiest to do.
Yeah, the Public Works, right? On Beaver Dams. Yes, that's where I have sent a couple of people.
That's the best spot. City Hall is an option, but
Yes, that's what
Operations.
Stephanie said. They'll get better customer service if I send them out to the Public Works place on Beaver Dams, because they know about this. City Hall's got 1,000 other things. They'll know about this.
It's the questions, right? If they have any questions, City Hall won't be able to answer. Operations Center, they will understand it a little bit more and be able to walk them through the process a bit better.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's all I've got. If anybody else has anything. No. Everything good? Okay, then next meeting is January, what did you say, Joe? 17th?
I'm not sure now. I can't remember. Hold on. Let me take a look.
Yes, it's the 17th. It's always
Yeah.
the day before council.
Yes, well, I don't know what council days are either, not for 2022. We're not in 2022 yet, give me some time.
Yes, the 17th.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure I had on there the 2022 meeting schedule.
Oh, yeah.
If you can just take a look to see if you are okay with the third Monday of every month, or if there's any Mondays that, you know, you can't, like family, let's say it falls on family day, I don't know what.
It
day that-
is, isn't the 21st family day?
If it's probably.
Right, so do you still want to have a meeting that day or
No.
not?
No,
So
because we'll have pasta dinner that night.
Yes, we'll have. pasta
Okay,
dinner
so-
that night.
just take a look at the 2022 dates, and then at the January meeting, we'll set up the calendar, so that way I can put everything on our website to show that when your board has
Well,
meetings.
basically, the third Monday works for us, Joe, unless it's a holiday, okay, or in this case, well, a holiday.
Then are
would be
you
a
gonna
holiday.
skip the meeting altogether, or are you
No,
gonna?
no,
look at the second-
I'd much rather reschedule it for like either the Monday before or like the second
It would be
Monday. of the
smart.
month.
I think it should be the one before, so any
Yeah.
last minute details we can go through.
Okay,
Yeah. So if we can't do it the third Monday, then we would move it to the second Monday, but that would only be if the hall is rented. Because I would certainly rent the hall over our meeting. We could, well, we're not meeting in the hall anyway, right now, but I mean, in the future. Okay, I would move our meeting to a Monday before if I had a request for a rental on our meeting night.
okay.
Like
Okay,
in
that's
October,
fine.
like October, is it rented for elections,
Yeah,
right?
Elections, at 3 weeks. Or whatever, so we'd have to look at that too. So,
Yeah, in April, the third Monday is Easter Monday, so
What
we'll
was
have
it?
to move.
Okay, so
Doing
did
it
you want to do a motion to have the meetings on the second Monday of the month when the third Monday is a holiday or booked elsewhere?
or booked else, or booked, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Yes,
so we
that
need a
works.
mover and a seconder for that.
I'll move that.
Oh, second.
You survived, Ray?
Barely. I'm
Yeah,
dying right now.
Oh, I can see.
Ray had root canal done today.
He's a trooper, let me tell you.
Yeah,
Everything's wearing off.
yeah. Oh. Okay, so I guess we can adjourn.
Okay.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Curtis, Joanne, Merry Christmas. Everybody else, we've seen you,
You're
but Merry
both back.
Christmas again anyway.
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Merry Christmas. Enjoy.
Okay.
I have to show you guys my cookies that I decorated.
Oh,
Oh, well, wait a minute, Joe.